are of the same size as the object. It was a very laborious task. I'm also involved with in this project, particularly volume 3 and volume 3 part 1 is already published. Volume 3 part 2 is under publication. It's a very difficult task to take the photograph and putting the scale, measuring it, and then the prints had to be prepared of the same size as the original object. And for each object we had to take obverse, reverse, all the sides and all the details. Everything had to be measured. Now this is one of the common first slide. It shows.
This is also because of the computer. You can
Big
all this coordination of different sides.
No, we have to do it manually. Manually, yes. So this is a very typical example of a seal with a unicorn. You can see the back. I mentioned there's a box at the back with a perforation for putting the hole of this. This is the original seal and this is the impression. This is yet another example of unicorn seal with the impression. This is another example.
The upper one is original.
Big one?
Upper one is original.
Upper one is original. The lower one is the impression. So we are what we are doing is we are publishing the original and the impression. Because these are sealed, it's in intaglio. So therefore, this is another example. And you know there is in most cases there is an object placed in front of the unicorn, which itself is of different variety. Now this is again another type of animal depicted on the seals. The face looks like that of a unicorn, but it has two horns. Incidentally, I must also mention here, I would like to mention here, that the quality of rendering of the animals on the seals is of such high quality that I thought that if supposing if these animals had been prepared in the round, how these would have looked like. And I had luckily a very talented modeler working with me, and he prepared the models, very small size, of the unicorn, of the Brahmani bull, and the tiger, and elephant, and the rhinoceros. I published that paper somewhere. I am about to tell you.
इसकी size usually क्या है?
हाँ ये किसकी? सील का?
इसकी size normally क्या है?
Normally करीब 1-1.5 इंच होता है, 1-1.5 इंच है.
Square में ही.
Square है. Next. This is a Now these are very interesting scenes. As I mentioned that you have the depiction of animals and also anthropomorphic figures. You have this human figure sitting like in a yogic posture, you can say so, and a figure with a person fighting two lions. This is the figure. It appears that it is wearing a mask rather than actual rendering of the human face. Next. Now, these are again some scenes where a man is sitting over on a tree, and there is a tiger standing below. There is a combined figure, an animal and a human figure. This is a very interesting scene which shows a bull, and there are other figures which are being, hit by him like this. You can see in various postures.
उसके पहले की सीन है.
कौन सी?
अभी ये दिखाया पिछला.
कौन सा? इससे पहले का?
नहीं इसके बाद. हाँ ये इसमें.
ये वाला? हाँ ये तो this is
composite है क्या?
This is a composite figure, animal body of an animal and a human figure.
What is? हाथ के दो से ज़्यादा है.
No, this is in the scene you can see that there is something which is jutting from the back portion of the mask or whatever the head, and there are two hands. This is not a hand. It's something which is coming out from the back portion of the head. Hmm? Not choti, it may be.
There's circular also, something.
Circular, yeah, there are some, I have some. Now these are some these seeds without any accompanying figure, barring this one of course. And this seed is entirely covered by inscription. Yes. Next. Now this is a very classic, typical Brahmani book.
And this one?
This one, at you see this seal, the back of it we have this inscription.
But is that a projection?
Which one?
Behind it?
This one.
No.
This one. This is the enlargement of the same inscription. Same. This is the inscription, which we have given the detail of that. So this is a combined mixed figure, combining several, and this is a masked figure, just as you can see. The mask with the elephant, and then this trunk of an elephant, and then the double horn, this one also. Next. This is the next. These are again some. There are no figures in these.
These lines are
Beg pardon?
very clear and
Very clear, they're very well rendered. Now these are some other types of seeds which contain this swastika, both Dakshinavart and Vamavart. Next. These are again some seeds containing these symbols. Now these are the seals again without any accompanying human or animal. These are oblong seals. This is the seal, this is the impression. You see, I mentioned about some of the signs which have been engraved. They have a nail-headed, reminiscent of the cuneiform writing, but these have nothing to do with cuneiform writing, except for this main resemblance. These are the rectangular. Now, this is a very interesting scene where we have this crocodile, alligator, and a fish. Now, this is a very common Harappan sign. And this also makes an inscription. This forms an inscription because in some of these scenes we have the alligator or crocodile forming part of the inscription, of the longer inscription. These are some other scenes which are not of the same shape and form as the ones which I have shown. This is a very interesting scene with several animals which are shown with a common center middle. And this is the script here. This is part of an inscription. This is unfortunately broken. This is the back of the seal. So here is a, as I mentioned that the seals were meant for taking impressions. Here is an example of an impression taken from the seal. An impression taken from a seal. In this particular lump, there are 3 different inscriptions which have been, impressions which have been taken. This is the back portion of the same lump of clay. These are again some seal impressions. Next. These are again some impressions, seal impressions.
You said there were metals also.
They're metal. Yes, yes.
Do you have any image of it?
Yes, yes. are the metal seals. You see this one with a very elaborate design and two typical letters forming part of the script.
It is copper or silver?
No, we have mainly copper, also few silver and gold.
Gold.
Yes,
Where in Manjula?
Mohenjo-daro, yes. See the next. These are some scene impressions. These are very interesting scene. This one. This one.
Paintings.
No, no. Hmm?
Paintings.
No, see,
Thief.
it's like another very interesting example of an oval shaped scene with the script written all over, and at the back of it is this depiction of the tree. Now these are the copper tablets. These copper tablets, as I mentioned, there is some kind of a correlation between the script inscription and the symbol or scene or figure at the back. This is the endless knot design, which is very common only in the copper tablets, and it is usually associated with this inscription. Next slide. This is another copper tablet with an inscription on this side and another script on the other side.
There is no perforation in any one of them.
Beg your
Any one of them, any perforation?
No, these are not perforated. These are flat seals. Because these were not meant for taking impressions. These were to be, the inscriptions had to be read as they are engraved. These are all positive. Now these are also
Inscriptions or coins?
Huh?
They can be coins also.
I don't think these are coins because these are only confined to Mohenjo-daro. These are not found in any other site. And Mohenjo-daro also only in one area, that is DK area. So naturally these are very important. We do not know what the purpose was. Next. These are again, for example, this copper table. Okay. Go ahead. Elephant and this inscription. This is a hare, rabbit or hare. Next.
So why horses are missing?
No horse.
No, why?
Horse is it? That is-
We do not
The
know.
elephants
That's
are
a
there.
big question.
That is.
No horse, except that one terracotta figure has been found at Lothal, which is identified to be that of horse. And from Surkotada, which is another very important Harappan site in Kutch, some horse bones have been found.
Unicorn, what do you call it?
We call it unicorn because only one horn is shown. It is very likely, I mean, that is what.
What kind of animal it is?
Well,
We have not seen it anywhere.
well, we have not seen it either, but
No, there, Vasudeveshwar and Ravas is mentioned.
Ekushinga.
It is referred to in the Vedas.
Ekushinga.
There is a reference in the Vedas.
So this is a very composite
Vasudeveshwar and
animal,
Ravas.
elephant with horns.
Now it's extinct.
Next. This is a strange animal with two heads. Next. Next.
Giraffe.
This is a masked figure, human figure with a bow and arrow. The inscription is always the same in, for example, here and here. The inscription is the same. Here we have only some sign. This one is also signed, but there is no figure or symbol. Now this is some graffiti written on the base of a pot. This one, yeah, this one. This is another example. This is written on a shell object, a typical Harappan sign. Next. Again, next we told these are from these are from Mohenjo-daro, these are from Harappa. We just rush through these. No, sorry, go back. This is a representation of a boat with the the inscription here. And this one, this particular seal, there is no accompanying figure, with the impression of course. Next. These are from Harappa, some seals and ceilings. Next. Now this is a very interesting seal from Harappa. It is of a very unique shape and with a figure perhaps that of Gandhabherunda, which is depicted, mentioned in given some of the inscriptions as graphic representation. It is suggested that this is a foreign seal, but then some signs which are here are very typically Harappan. Next. Again, go ahead. Chandigarh. This is yes. This is from Harappa. Terracotta ceiling, that is impression of a seal, containing a figure, human figure with some kind of a headgear, shown within a frame with flames emanating from there. And this is yet another very interesting seal. Shown.
Inscription is also there.
There is an inscription and then this human figure is there. This is yet another example. I don't know, in several seals they have shown a tiger and a man. This is another example of a seal. On one face is this figure, man playing on drum and a tiger, and then three typical Harappan signs. And then on the reverse of it are these 5 swastikas and 3 signs which are the same as these ones here.
No lion. No lion.
No lion. This is also a very common motif in the Harappan seals. These are the other seals.